At Mulago Specialized Women's Hospital is where we found Andrew Sekaja and his wife Olivia, who had just undergone a procedure to help them conceive a baby after several attempts. The couple say their journey of in vitro fertilization or IVF started when Olivia had an ectopic pregnancy back in 2018.
She was so stressed about it. She almost ran away out of the hospital, but I had to force her to get back there.
So I was told to come here, Mulago, to do the hysteroscopy, to find out the reason why I'm like that.
After losing her pregnancy, she was advised to undergo a number of tests to determine what had caused this problem.
Then my endometrium was not okay. The uterus had changed shape.
In order to be able to conceive a child, Sekaja and Olivia opted for IVF. But for anyone choosing to take this alternative, Sekaja has some words of advice.
But if you have been working with her all the way through, it's just a walkover. What are we going to do? What has the doctor said? Are you okay with this? Can we agree on this? No, that doctor is not going to do ABCD. It's expensive. Can we try this side? Make calls. Engage your friends.
This couple's story is not much different from the account shared by March Garang, whose sister is also undergoing IVF treatment at the same hospital. Garang says his sister's decision to undergo IVF was prompted by failure to conceive after 7 years of marriage.
And Africans believe they always regard a married with when they have children in it. So it has been quite very tough situation for her.
After undergoing tests, it was found that a bacterial infection had infected her tubes. Garang is now hopeful that his sister will finally conceive after undergoing IVF.
She was admitted, and yesterday we went to the theater and they operated on her.
According to Dr. David Nsibambi, the head of gynecology in Mulago Women's Specialized Hospital, tremendous progress has been made in this area of fertility to give hope to people seeking to have children.
We've gone to procedures like what we call the hysterectomy. Hysterectomy is basically a procedure where we look into the uterus using instruments that can connect to a sort of screen. I can clearly see what is happening within the uterus and can tell where the problem is. And if I'm able to do something about that, then I can do something about that.
They are all recent, they are now common. Mothers usually receive like 4 to 5 mothers in a month on this unit. Of course, there are other mothers who go to other different units, but in this particular unit, they come like 4 in a month.
In Uganda, the success rate of IVF currently stands at 60 to 65%, and that's why the number of people choosing this alternative is also rising. In vitro fertilization begins with ovulation induction, where synthetic hormones are used to stimulate the ovaries to produce multiple eggs for fertilization. What follows is egg retrieval, where the eggs are removed from the woman's body to be prepared for fertilization. At the same time, a semen sample is also collected either from the wife's partner or a donor through his sperm. After the eggs and semen have been retrieved, what follows is the fertilization process. One full cycle of IVF takes about 3 weeks, and blood tests are conducted 2 weeks after the embryo transfer to confirm pregnancy. But what does it take for this process to be successful?
Age is a very important factor when it comes, especially on the female side, when it comes to the success on this side. We've, like I've said before, we've gotten to a point where we can be able to harvest the female gamete, the egg, before that age where we think that it may not give us what we want.
Dr. Nsibambi, who has carried out several procedures over the years, explains some of the challenges associated with the IVF process.
Biggest challenge still remains the cost of these procedures. They're quite costly, and one of the reasons being that they are relatively new within our society, but also the infrastructure and equipment that is put in to be able to handle is quite costly. Babies that are achieved by these artificial reproductive techniques, because of the hormones and other aspects that come in, the babies being more than one most of the times, we end up in premature deliveries.
According to information from the Health Ministry, the government has established a women's hospital, maternal and neonatal care center at Mulago Hospital to provide affordable specialized fertility care to the public.